Hey, you guys, welcome back to my obsession. I have a preliminary, I guess you could say, review on this guy here, the Miguron Vazo or Vazo, and I just wanted to go over one thing in particular that's pretty bad. But first off, I do want to say this thing it's very artsy EDC. I'm going to say that's what I'm going to call it. Artsy EDC. And it could be a gentleman's carry. It could be, just that non-threatening knife that you want to carry to, in your suit pocket to a wedding or whatever the case may be. It's definitely pretty enough to do something like that with. It's got a titanium clip, of course, and as I spoke about earlier, it has all T8 screws, which is pretty impressive on its own. Beautifully crowned spine, and it's got DC 53 steel, and so this is my first experience with DC 53 steel, and so I don't really know much about it yet, but I do know that this thing it's really, if any of you have the CEO, let me know. I used to have it, but I sold it. And this blade is, I swear, it's almost exactly like the CEO. The way it's ground, which I must add, it is ground beautifully. And the way, just the thickness of the stock, and it's got a very robust tip. Very beautiful blade. The grind on it is absolutely flawless. However, for such a thin blade, it's a very thick blade, so it's not super slicey, but it is super sharp, which is strange to me. I guess this is kind of the first one I've ever had that was super sharp, but not very slicey when it comes to like cardboard and stuff like that. Paper, however, it does just slide right through it as if it were nothing. But cardboard and stuff like that, it really gets kind of stopped up by the thickness of the blade, which is understandable, because it's a flat grind, but it's such a thin blade, it doesn't have any time to really get through the cardboard to basically split it and then get it to spread as you're cutting it. So you have to do long strokes if that's what you want, to do, which this isn't the type of knife you really want to use on a bunch of cardboard anyway. So it's more of a show off knife, I guess you could say. It's a beautiful knife, I will say that, but the one major flaw that it has is the blade in the back. I don't know if I'll be able to capture this, but you can touch the blade in the back. And I found that out today when I reached for something in my pants and I felt it. So I just kind of wanted to put this video out to bring awareness to it. If you guys were going to go order it or whatever, that blade is right there at the edge of this. So hard to show you, but it's right there. I had a bunch of my skin on it earlier, so I'll try to do that again. See? You can see it right there. There it is. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know they really did everything they could putting the design work into this knife, but they failed to think of the blade coming out of the back. So they could have just made the handle slightly wider, or brought the, well, they would have to make it wider to bring the backspacer up anyway. But it looks like something that it's just gonna have to be redesigned altogether. But I could see, as long as you know what's going on with the knife and you really love it like I do so far. I really do like it so far. I think it's gorgeous, and I can't get over the looks. It's just impressive to look at. It's got a great sharpening choil, which you're not going to get that much life out of this blade because the first time you sharpen it, it's going to be so thick. The behind the edge is not thin. It's going to be so thick that this is definitely just one for the collection. But I just wanted to bring that some attention to that. But I'm still going to do a full review on it. But yeah, great front flipper. I'll probably disassemble this for you guys because I'm really curious to see what's on the inside of this little guy. So anyway, I will see you soon.